And welcome back, guys, to another live stream. So yeah, unfortunately last live stream I had to end early since I had to do a character reset. I didn't have a Mobi on my wrist. So as you can see, I got it back thanks to RSI. I had to do a full character reset. I actually waited the whole night, which you didn't have to, but I just did it anyway. So yeah, I lost quite some stuff. I basically lost everything recently bought in the last months around. So I lost my two ballistas, I lost the saber, the consti, which I bought. Yeah, of course, and all the dupes, which is cool because it's kind of relieving. So I don't have 12 cats anymore, I only have 2. So, but it's cool. I kept my money, I kept most of my equipment and stuff, so that worked fine. So, yeah, the reset all in all went pretty well. Main thing, I got my Mobi back and I can, everything's cleared out. You guys, as usual, enjoy, and maybe see you in the verse.
2, and I did the same thing. I let him use my my prospector, and yeah, he was pretty pissed off. I've gotten pretty pissed off when I was like, oh man, look at these, oh, man, this is gonna be like 100K, and the next thing, 30K or some dumbass comes around and shoots me.
Yeah.
So it's
risk forward.
You have to be a bit careful with the prospector. They like to shoot prospectors.
How did you guys earn a lot of your money? Like, you have multi-millions. How did you get a lot of it?
For me, I would tell you that it was prospecting, starting off prospecting, and mining for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of
it's gonna be trading.
But we have like high risk. Like, if I do a big convoy that time, like I was in 15 million sometimes, right? So if or maybe like 10 million. Like if we really do a big convoy with 5 ships at once, so and then like it gets risky if you 30K.
Yeah, so there was a guy yesterday. His name is. So he's new to the org. Taz is like T2 TAS T-AS something. I just call him Taz, but Vodnik invited him yesterday to do some trading, which is weird because I was really trying to set up my controllers, and I was on for a lot longer, and I think I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning and messing around with my controllers. But anyways, they were talking in chat, and Vodnik was explaining like, hey, we got people in the org, they generally pay about 50K per run, and and whatnot. I didn't get involved in the conversation, but there was a guy that was kind of sidebarring and was like, oh man, 50K, that's peanuts, man. They make 300K per run, and you need to, you should demand 100K.
Join the union.
Yeah. So he was like, you should demand 100K, right? And I didn't
100K, but only for my elite pilots, man.
Right. So I didn't say anything, and then when Taz joined the Discord, and I was explaining, because he wanted to know about trade runs and everything and whatnot and piloting, and so I was like, hey, look, wasn't really going to do much trading, but I'll take you and Vodnik, and we'll do a couple of runs, and I'll pay you for a couple of runs. And so then I was explaining to him, I said, there's a couple of aspects. So he's very new. Okay, so one, he doesn't even know how to get to the pilot seat from the Caterpillar, and it's it's not a bust on him.
Yeah,
but when I was explaining to him was,
if they don't understand the game yet, because they have to get their own.
Right. And I was explaining to him, I was like, the trade runs, the more pilots you have, the longer it takes. So you're like, hey man, that sounds great, 50K per run, and then let's say we get 4 pilots, and out of those 4 pilots, only like one is really experienced, the other one is like kind of so, and the other 2 are really new. So we're talking about not knowing how to properly get out of Lorville to get to Ariel, and then it's like, well, where's Bezdek? And then my quantum drive doesn't work,
No,
so there's a little.
How I feel every time.
Yeah. So there's
a lot of patience,
I hear it all the time when he trades, and that's why it's not that I don't like hiring people or whatever, because when I trade, I trade on my own, but it's a lot of time, and it's a lot of frustrations when you're like, all right, get out of deselect route, and you have to talk them through it. So I was explaining to Taz, I was like, it's not just what's worth to a lot of people. Yeah, it's like 50K for a starting out pilot
It's
is
pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty good. And I was like, look, you know, if you do these runs, you start getting more proficient, you get faster. Because I like for example, when Taz was flying, one run for him from taking off from Lorville to get to Bezdek and back to Lorville, I would probably do it twice. I would do one additional run, you know, and so that was like, when you get better at it, you know, then of course, yeah, you should negotiate more money and stuff, and because you can do it faster, you know. I
Like,
don't
yeah, if
have
you're
to
always
explain.
waiting on people, if you're always
Right,
waiting on people,
because you're
you're
in
leaving.
generally you're gonna have to wait. Like, for instance, I was telling Vodnik to go to Bezdek and Taz to go to Lathan, and I was like, and I'll meet you guys there. You know, so that generally works, but to make it, you know, proficient as possible, you want to have, you know, experienced pilots that can get out, because when we spawn ships, the faster you get out, the faster I can spawn another ship for the next pilot, you know, and then the next pilot. But if we're sitting there and, you know, he's very slow getting out of the hangar and all this other stuff, then that's, you know, so anyways, and then he's seen the risk, because I was like, look, you know, and one time we were coming back, and he was in a Caterpillar and Vodnik was in a Carrack, and we 30K'd. And I was like, Taz, did you get to the hangar? Because he had already taken off a while ago, you know, and he was like, well, I was almost there. So I was like, okay, so it should have stored, but possibly it could be possible that it didn't store, which now means that I lost 1.1 mil for sure, because Vodnik was behind me in a Carrack and he wasn't even close to Lorville. So that's gone. So I was like, look, I potentially have lost 2.5 mil already, you know, on this run.
You're putting up a lot more risks than they are, so only giving
Right.
a lot more fair.
Right. And I was like, the intent, you know, for when we hire pilots, is like, yeah, we're making money off of it. I said, we're taking a great deal of risk. I said, but for you, it's for you to, you're making a little bit of money, and you're building up towards other things, you know, and yeah, and you're learning different trade routes and stuff like that. So most pilots, most of the veteran pilots, the people that have been piloting for a while, even for Materium, they all have their own Caterpillars now, and they're, you know, oh, I'm doing my own trade runs, you know, and it's like, all right, cool, you know. So I was like, hey, most of those guys, you know, after a couple of weeks, they have enough money and they're buying other things, or they get enough to where they can make, you know, do their own runs with other ships. Like, they have enough to fill up the Freelancer with Laranite, or they buy Freelancer Max, or, you know, or other stuff. So
do you guys want to do a trade war now? Because besides mining, you got much going.
that's up to Materium. I have to I am still kind of working on my controllers, because I swapped those out yesterday, and
yeah, how's it going with that?
Well, I mean, it's going pretty good. It's a little bit of a learning curve. I have to drop my I for sure have to drop my joystick, the flight stick. I have to drop it down, so I'm gonna have to cut into my desk.
Oh, you really?
And make a. Yeah, it's a little bit too. It's a little bit higher, man. It's about, man, I would say, for me, it's probably about good 3 inches too high. And the problem is the way the desk is built, because it was still built, you know, the custom height, that if I fly that way for longer times, my shoulder is going to wind up getting sore. So, you know, I'm gonna have my shoulder is going to get sore, because it's not supported with no armrest. So I'm just like basically holding the stick up in a weird position. So I know my shoulder is going to get sore.
Where on Microtech did you say I need to go to farm?
We just can randomly go now. I'm gonna go to Point Wayne Emergency Shelter, and then I'm gonna pick you up, and then we just go to the Pro-Tem, because I need the bounties back since I did the reset. And then we can go trade.
So yeah, it's not a big deal. I have to, you know, like I said, I have to drop it down. I'm gonna have to make a box to set the base in underneath the desk, because I want to drop it down about.
Oh man, but that still sounds like quite some work, man.
No, I mean I have all my woodworking equipment is in my garage. It's already set up, so
Okay.
that's making a a box. I already got the measurements and everything.
But you have to
I
fixate
just
the box, right? It has to be like stable.
yeah. I mean that's real. That's not even a problem. I have screws and stuff to do that with. The only thing is yeah, that's really it, man. Then I'll probably just get like a sheet or something to kind of put over my desk because I don't want to unplug everything and take everything off. But when I cut, because you know how the warbird base is that the joystick connects to. So that's the box is smaller than the stand because the stand is another square. I could just man, if I make it tight enough, I could just make a box that the base just sits in actually, and not even. Nah, I still need to. Didn't even think about it. See, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I was messing around with it. Come on, dog.
I figure it out.
Huh?
You'll figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
You get those
But,
clip-on brackets, so like you clip onto your desk a little pad. You can then
yeah.
the
My desk, I custom made my desk, so I made it to. It's designed to have the stands or the controller is sitting on the desk, so that
you could also
the
mount
way.
to your chair.
Yeah, no, the chairs. Yeah, these are pretty huge, man. I've seen designs that you can clip them onto your chair, but I like to have them sit on my desk because there's a lot of times, man, kids and other stuff, man. I'm
Yeah.
getting up and I got to get up and yeah, it's just too much of a hassle with all the stuff. What's up, Shav?
What's up?
What's up, man? What's up, guys?
How are we doing? How is everyone?
Oh man, we're doing.
We're doing.
Doing?
See, your part there pulled up.
Yeah, man. They came in yesterday afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah, so it took me a while to mess around with it because, of course, Star Citizen, and so I was trying. I was trying to update the firmware on them before I started messing around trying to calibrating them and firmware and all that other stuff, and that pretty much took forever because I was playing and at the same time, and then yeah, it's never good to try to play with and try to do it at the same time. So I was like holding off and whatnot.
You got a joystick as well, didn't you?
Yeah, man, I got the whole setup.
Throttle
Like
looks
I had.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's got a crying bank account.
Yeah. So yeah, I got the throttle. The
Very
I
nice.
think the biggest thing is the stick is good. I haven't really mapped too much stuff on the stick. I was messing really with the throttle yesterday. Because it was really late, man. So I didn't want to go in and pretty much clear out all my bindings and then start playing around with it. But yeah, that's the next step is to go in and clear out the bindings. So I did mess around with it a little bit and to see if what buttons work and what buttons don't work, and so yeah.
Happy with
How
it,
do
though.
how do I scan in a perspective?
You have to hit tab. That should bring out your scanner.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Alright.
you can do left click and right click for ping and scan. Because you can, when you find a rock and get close to a rock, when it's scannable, you'll hear a little twig. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. You'll hear a sound, and then
Oh shit.
I think it's right click to scan the rock to see what kind of rock it is. And then if you hit M, when you hit M, that deploys your mining laser, and it's basically when you'll start doing the whole fracturing and stuff.
You happy with the quality of it and everything? Like,
Oh man, dude, yeah, the quality is just bonkers, man. Dude, I swear, the rudders, the rudders are like almost they got to be like 10 pounds, man.
Jesus.
I mean, they're heavy, man. They come with different cams. Even the joystick, the Warbird, comes with different. All of it is mechanical, metal, steel. You can change out cams and springs to. Man, I think there's like 3 or 4 different cams that you can put in Warbird. It says it's initially the springs and cams that come in the base of the sticks are designed for flight sims, so that's good. Basically, it just kind of deals with the resistance as you get further to the end of the axes. You'll have more resistance and stuff. The only thing is that you like for the throttle, there's a lot of buttons that, like, the push buttons don't work. They don't register through Star Citizen, so you'll have to go into the programming software to program the buttons. The toggles, they all work, but they're open and closed, and they kind of work together. So if you've seen like those red toggle switches, so basically they're toggles and not momentary switches. Like I think they call them dead man switches. The 3 silver ones are the same like on my 56. Those are momentary switches. So when you flick up, it goes up and then it goes back to neutral. So basically those 3 are 6 buttons, because if you flick up, then that's on, and then flick down, you can do off. The red toggle switches, those they work, but you have to toggle them twice. So if I'd say, for instance, if I wanted to put flight ready, like the R key, I would go up, it'll say flight ready, but then I'll have to go down and up again to make it turn off. You know what I mean? Or so to make it to turn it off. The good part is that even if I don't want to mess around with the software to get the push buttons to work, which would be kind of great for like landing gear, and because you can color code them. So if they're on, like landing gear on, then it would be like a high yellow. If I put landing gear down, or landing gear up, it would be like a bright blue, and then landing gear down would be a dark blue, or red. You can color code them, but for on and off, gear up and gear down, but you have to do it through the software. And I'm like, do I really want to do that? And then the only bad thing that I would say right now is the dials. The dials that are on the throttle. So there's 2 dials, and the one dial that I would use for my thumb is usually the one that I would use my speed limiter on. And that dial is not even though it's a rotary and it feels like a rotary, when I had it equipped on my 56 for my speed limiter, it was a very little bit of a turn. Like if I turned up, it would max out the speed, your ABS speed. But on the new throttle, it's very incremental. So like every little click is like tick, 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 tick. So you'd have to turn the shit out of it. If I wanted to go to max speed, I'd be like, I would be messing around with it. So I have to go in again. I have to go in the software and program each click to be more. So then when I'm in Star Citizen, it increases it and stuff. So I just got to kind of figure out, because the stuff doesn't come with a manual. You would have to go like to the website and pull up, documents, and then you probably gonna have to go to like forums, because Virpal does have forums, because a lot of people that have these do play Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, and CS, the flight sim one. DCS, but yeah, man. But all in all, man, they're pretty cool, man. I'm getting ready to cut into my desk and drop the joystick, though. The joystick is way too high. I will eventually drop the throttle down a little bit, even though it's fine, but the joystick is too high, man. My shoulder would be so damn sore messing around with it. Playing for that many hours.
Your desk or something for it, did you?
No. The way I have my desk designed, it can just sit right on top of my desk. So almost where if you look at the picture where the 56 is sitting next to my keyboard or next to my mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's weird because the desk is kind of cut out a little bit. There's a picture in there somewhere where I had a picture of my setup, but yeah, so it was, you know, it was comfortable with my armrest, and my chair came out enough to where I could rest my elbow, you know, and my elbow would be like at a 45-degree angle, gripping the throttle and joystick just fine, you know, so I could rest my elbow and then I wouldn't have a lot of pressure on it and stuff, and I could sit upright, and you know, and I could sit for many hours and I would be fine. I wouldn't be sore.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
now with because the joystick sits so much higher, I can't rest my elbow on my armrest and everything, which yeah, and then just the way the grip is positioned, that's the biggest readjustment is from that angled grip that naturally, you know, kind of you can kind of make a fist or whatever. Yeah, so that takes some use to.
Using it
And
for
the
so long,
freaking
haven't you?
yeah, and the trigger, the main trigger is man, I know the language or whatever, but man, the main trigger
Timo,
is
you want to
fucking
head
nut.
here to my position?
Main trigger was what? Sorry. Like,
My main trigger is crazy on that alpha. The alpha gimbal it's a 4-way trigger, man. It's and so you'd have to look at the picture of the trigger if you ever look at the Virpil picture, because you have there it looks like there's 2 triggers, like you have one on the top or whatever, and then the main your main one group button, but that main one group button is actually 2. So if I push one, like if I just push it and you can like if you can hear it clicking.
Yeah, okay, clicking.
Right, so that's fire 1, but you can actually depress it. Now you can hear like a mechanical click.
yeah, slightly.
So
pretty
that's firing 2. So you can, if I just like when I go to program and I just slightly click it, right? That's fire group 1. If I push harder, that's fire group 2. So if I push the trigger all the way down, I'm automatically firing both group 1 and group 2. Then you have it's like a toggle trigger. If I pull that down and fire it, I'm basically firing 3. I'd have to show you. You'd have to look at the picture on. Let me see here.
Hey, Timothy, you heading here?
Yeah.
You heading to my position?
Yeah.
I'm like
give me a
300 km of you. But I think it's still
that's
quicker to
nice.
go up and then jump.
Yeah.
And let me know when you jump. Like you can set route to my beacon, but you have to let me know. Because I have to stand still basically, or to jump into the planet. You got some minerals already, or?
Nope, I got nothing.
Okay.
New PTU patch.
Oh, they did another patch?
Yeah.
What was the patch? What did it fix? Wait, where are you, honestly? Oh, there.
I've got that, can play that Star Wars flight game at 5 o'clock in an hour and a half. You know, Squadrons.
Ooh. Nice.
Got into the alpha thing for that. To sign NDAs and all kinds of shit. Well, agree to them.
On which one is this now? Oh no.
Star Wars Squadrons.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I never.
What do you do?
It's like no recording, no streaming, no discussing, no posting to social media, no screen grabs. Alright.
Where's that? All right, let's see if I can.
So they've improved ship roll speed in atmosphere for more ships.
Yeah.
Instead of the
So-
big ones, prospectors, thrusters a bit more powerful for us at more flight.
Really? Yeah, I think they did need to. You burned a lot, like especially in the mole, man. You burn a lot of fuel just getting in and out of Atmo, man. It's almost like the 890, dude. When I took off from New Babbage, just to get into Atmo, I burnt 10% of fuel.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Feels like they've kind of put you off going into atmospheres.
Yeah, because I mean, you gotta think if it's gonna take me 10% to get out, 10% to get in, or generally maybe a little bit less than 10, maybe 8%. You know, and then the mole already, and that was the other thing with that. That's why I kind of liked that they upped the thruster speeds or whatever, because it seemed like the weight of the ship, you was burning a lot more fuel just getting there and stuff. So
Makes sense, like, but
yeah.
It's just taking too much gameplay out of it, isn't it, for you?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things you kind of get used to. You just be doing shorter runs. I think the gravity atmosphere that they did, Microtech. I don't know. You remember when we first went to 3.9, and if you did any of the moons and stuff around Microtech, man, it was just like if you wasn't completely leveled out at VTOL, man, you'd fall out of the sky. You'd just fall if you didn't, unless you hit your space brake. But then eventually, your engine's overheat and you're gonna fall anyways. So it went back to that. That's what I've noticed, that it just, if you wasn't leveled, straight, then you could kind of hover, and the VTOL would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but so solo mining in the mole right now is very difficult at Microtech. Like, because I was leveled out, ship was steady. I said, all right, cool, got off, started getting in the mining turret. I'm mining, and then like a minute or two later, man, it just started dropping down. So I don't know if the engine's overheated, the VTOL engines, and overheated, and it just basically lowered, or it was weird, man.
A big change. I haven't really given it too much of a try, if I'm honest, because I couldn't take off from Area 18, so...
Are you still stuck in 18, or did you spawn somewhere else?
No, I spawned somewhere else now.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was like, everybody's like, stay away from 18. Well, fucking now you tell me,
I just gave up. I'll just wait for the natural release to come out.
Yeah, you're stuck. If you went and spawned at 18, you were stuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know,
Louisville
better, but
Babbage, because I took I loaded my car up with scratch straight away and tried taking off, and then it started accelerating on its own and stuff, because the throttle was like 100% or nothing, weren't it?
Yeah.
And that actually, like, god damn it.
Yeah, I did manage to get out of atmosphere with the reclaimer though. Since Materium talked me into doing it, I don't know. It's like instant regret. Like, why did I do this? But yeah, man, I did decide that.
You just probably,
But man. Yeah, you basically, with the reclaimer and the flight model right now, is especially in Microtech, I don't know how it is in Hurston area.
Yeah, or you
stuff,
basically have to pitch up immediately and then full throttle after.
No, you can't do that. Not at Microtech, not right now. It doesn't work. You will fall out of the sky. It totally makes sense in what you're saying, but that's just not how the mechanics are. Because if you go to VTOL and you're elevating, right? So you already have that inertia. So you're raising up, you're gaining altitude. So naturally, you're like, all right, I'm good. I'm at a steady speed. I'm gonna go ahead and go to main engines, get out of VTOL, and pitch up like 75 degrees or whatever to 90 degrees and just go straight up. Yep. So when you do that, you start losing momentum, and it may look like you're going up, but if you look at your altimeter, you're basically slowing down, and at some point you start going backwards. Because then, and if you're not paying attention, you will pay attention when it starts giving you the freaking proximity warning, and freaking, because you're like, what? Oh man, yeah. So it took me a while to figure that out because I kept and I was listening to material was like, no, pitch up, and I'm like, all right, I'm pitching up, and I'm like, I'm going up, and it's
Yeah, but you're
falling down
also way
again.
too low, man. Probably you have to really go up to like at least 5K or something until you can do
No,
that. Like,
so
you can't,
here's
like,
okay.
Because right now, right, I can lift off the hanger, pitch up, full speed, I'm good. Right?
Yes, that's right now.
Right.
That's right
exactly.
now. I agree with you.
So now you have
All right.
to probably
No.
go.
Here, listen.
10K
Wait. Listen. So when I finally figured out the whole VTOL, I went up to altitude. I jumped. Remember, I was going to Grim Hex. I jumped to Tressler. I did do one jump to Tressler. Then I wind up jumping to an O marker to line up to go to Yila or Crusader. When I jumped to the O marker, because the O marker is very close to altitude, you're in Atmo. And when I jumped to the O marker, I was messing around trying to lock in on Crusader, and for some reason it was like wasn't doing it. But what I didn't realize is when I jumped to that O marker, I immediately started losing altitude, and that's why it didn't give me the different color emblem like you have to exit atmosphere. It didn't give me the message. I just couldn't lock in, and I'm like, why the hell can I not lock in? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? And then next thing I know, I was at 8,000 meters, and I was like, "Holy shit, I'm falling!"
This is
And I had to go back to
insane.
VTOL and go back up, just so I could get out of atmosphere to line up for Crusader. So
Where do I?
yeah,
Are you heading in here, or you didn't feel
Well,
anything?
what do you want me to do with your ship? Because I have no idea what I want to do. I can't hop in your ship and just roam
Yeah,
with you
but
for a
if
bit.
it's
Help.
empty, it doesn't matter. Then just hop on.
Yeah,
the
it's
table.
empty. It's empty. It's empty.
Yeah, okay. Just hop
Them
on the
where the
landing
fuck do I get in then?
splines need fucking
Where,
off.
where do I hop inside?
yeah.
Back elevator.
Where's,
There's like basically in the aft part.
Can you open it from your what's it called? Oh, I think I found.
Yeah, you can open it. You should be able.
I'm just
And then
struggling to get a.
and then the elevator will come down and just go to habitation.
There you go.
Shadow was saying that aft, bow, and stern. Dude, just tell me left, front, right, or
It's
back,
Origin,
man.
man.
I don't know all this nautical shit.
Immersion. Immersion.
Yes, this ship is massive.
It's in the bow of the ship, dude. I don't know where that's at. Where's that? What's the bow, dude? Like I know I should know this. I have a boat, but I don't know. I go to the front of the boat, go to the back of the boat.
You have to fly your
Yeah.
890 more, man.
Yeah, I always forget that shit, man. Yeah, Shadow was just
Pirates
killing me.
off the starboard bow.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I don't.
Shadow on for a while.
Yeah, he's been working, man. He's been working, and then the other day he had kidney stones and shit. So
Oof,
he
that's-
was laid up for a good minute.
I
Yeah.
think I'm in the habitation deck. Holy shit, this is
Right.
cool.
You basically
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
arm the turrets then. It's a remote
Which,
turret. It's behind the bridge. Let's go all to the front. Because we're doing this
Okay.
pro turn. But yeah, it's anyway pretty easy. So.
Over here. Yes, that ship is massive, dude.
Yeah, man, look out the window, man. In habitation.
I'm by a spinning ball, which I'm assuming is a shield generator.
Yeah, you have to go back basically, and then you can look out of the window.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. The fuck? What is this?
It's microtech.
I think I'm somewhere.
Yeah, that's
I'm at a drone bay. I'm at a drone bay. I'm at a drone bay. I think. Is that a turret? Okay, so I go down to the bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, the wind is blowing.
Yeah, actually 15 FPS on Microtech. The fucking winds and the particles and shit. I nearly blew up your prospector. Oh, there's the, like, mashing.
found the turrets?
I found you.
Yeah, it's behind me basically.
These two tractor beam operators, tractor beam proceeds.
Yeah, only one should work, I'm sure.
Do I want to get? Do I get in the tractor?
No, not tractor beam. It's like one of those. I think only that one works.
Oh yeah, these are turrets. Mad,
Yeah,
that's
but
sick.
they're not all. Like this is support.
One's a scanning station, one's remote turret. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but remote turret.
You have to turn it on first.
Yeah. At first. Can't turn it on from the side.
Yeah, sorry. So I can't.
Oh, there you go.
You should do it.
Can't see anything. Black screen.
Try again.
Get into a different one.
Switch and
There you go, that worked. I think. How do I turn the power on?
Look to the side.
Okay, yes. Yeah. And I can just into remote turret. There you go.
Looks like an alien head, that bird.
So can this does this thing have like mad storage space or?
No, only 180. It's basically a salvage issue. That's not an implement.
So why are we in it then? That's insanely awesome.
Yeah, I just like it. That's why.
No, that's fucking sick. So what's your guys' opinion, stance on swearing? Sorry, I didn't know if...
I'll go when we're streaming. So I hope you
Yeah, but nothing, you know, racist or homophobic or whatnot.
Flare ready.
You got the mission?
I didn't see it, it's just...
I can share it again.
Yeah. There you go, I got it.
Okay, I have to locate that.
Pro 10 bounty contract. Is this your first, what's it called? Full bounty?
No, because I had a reset. So I have to, yeah, you have to do that and then you get bounties. Basically.
Yeah.
All the bounties, if there are some.
This seems real buggy. I've got like a slanted HUD that has like a altimeter thing. Let me just.
No, that happens sometimes. Are you in the turret or in the co-pilot?
Yeah. Turret.
Yeah, I do that from time to time.
Like it's got like a lot of L's everywhere. Can I fix it?
No, that's really the only way you're fixing it is getting in and out of the turret or turning it on and off, seeing if that'll work. It's like a weird overlay bug.
Nah, it's stuck there. It's not gonna.
Holy cheat.
Yes, this thing's got a ridiculous amount of turrets.
Which one? Were you guys in the tally?
Flamer, I think.
Only material.
Yeah, we're doing the pro temp and the reclaimer.
Oh yeah, I know. I said you're the only one that would do that in the reclaimer. Only one, at least I know, that would say I'm gonna do the pro temp in the reclaimer.
I think it's a little overkill, but I mean,
Well, it's not just the overkill. It takes you. It's how long it takes you just to get there. That's
Yeah,
one.
I also went
It's like-
exploration real quick. I went to Microtech for some pictures.
Engines overheating.
Yeah, but isn't the pro temp over at Aberdeen?
Hurston, yeah.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah, but I was there already. It would be anyway. It's quicker to jump directly now instead of spawning a different ship for sure.
what
I had the tiers
what
too.
quantum? Okay. I was about-
it's pretty sick.
Quantum
Yeah, I have
drive,
to
we got it.
re-equip everything.
Initiated.
Yes,
And then
this
the
thing's warp drive is insane.
It's pretty slow actually, but since I upgraded now, it's the quickest we can go.
Like I could tell the difference. Like if engine's hyped in, it takes like a whole 3 seconds just to actually get into the main warp speed, not just the jump.
But it's way quicker out of Admiral.
Yeah.
If you equip for short jumps, the VK00, you're actually pretty quick.
Yeah.
Not as quick, but...
Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm probably not gonna buy another 2 ballistas. I'm not gonna buy a Consti again. But the
Man, I would
Saber-
wait.
The Saber I might buy. Yeah, wait for the next patch for sure.
Yeah, I would wait for the next patch, man. I want to say it will port over just no problem.
But
But-
it's
It
tough.
did
It's
with the reset basically. Only like the last
Yeah.
months. Is
I mean, but they're
So-
gonna do the same thing. They're gonna do a reset and everything's
Yeah,
supposed to
exactly.
go over. So
Yeah.
if they don't fix,
because
if
then I
they're
buy
not,
again 2
maybe.
ballistas and then they will be gone. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Because I lost them. Saber and the Consti.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Luckily I didn't bought the Phoenix, man. There will be like 2 million
Yeah.
more.
I really
Yeah.
like Hammerhead
Yeah, the hammer is
For-
awesome.
for a group, so that it's
Like full, yeah, you might as well. I might as well upgrade my hammer again. I have to do that. And line, like I didn't have to unequip my stuff, so it was all good. The reset just started my most of the equipment
Yeah.
which I bought. Most of the upgrades.
Yeah.
How big are your convoys you go in when you trade?
It depends on who's like on and who wants to do it.
Because it'd be pretty sick if you did a convoy with like 2 caterpillars and then 1 hammerhead. That's like
yeah,
protection.
the hammerhead only can like fit 40.
Yeah, but it's like protection. Okay, some fuck
Wait,
shit up.
it was chill max, right? Hammerhead inactive. Oh no, some of my recently purchased drives, power plants are also gone. The upgrades for the hammer, basically.
Yeah.
How much were they?
500k at least.
That's still a fuck ton, but
Oh, man,
Yep,
it's
yep.
okay. It's part of the game.
yeah.
No, that's not part of the game. That's part of the bugs. But
Yeah.
Bugs are part of the game. Take one with the other.
I'm still happy though, man. It's good. I could have lost more even. It's happy that I still have the Eclipse and the Tally and the Hammer and stuff like that. And the Reclaimer, for example.
yeah.
But I had 5 Reclaimers, I think. With the dupes. But I only could spawn
You-
3.
Can you dupe stuff in this?
Well, I bought it in-game, 1. Officially I have 1 Reclaimer in-game I bought. But they dupe, you know? If you 30k and stuff and other people, for example now.
Yeah.
My mistake though.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. you had
just
said that,
30k.
you know, like my character, like I don't. When people fly my
Well, I
ships and
just
we
30K.
30k,
So now probably I have 2 reclaimers, you know? And probably 2 prospectors.
yeah.
I
Remember how I
literally
was saying that there's certain bugs that are linked to certain characters, like players, like player accounts or whatever? Because that doesn't happen to me.
What you
My
mean by
ships, when they
bugs?
dupe, they just dupe out of whatever. Like it could be like my Gladius duped. I didn't even have my Gladius out when it was 30k. It duplicated. Same with my Vanguard. It dupes some, you know, sometimes for the weirdest stuff. Like I landed in Commons, and
You gonna take it in?
we server hopped, so I just exited the main menu and thinking it was going to store my ship, and it didn't. It just it wound up duplicating my Vanguard. But for you, when people with 30k in your ships, they duplicate. You know what I mean? So it's weird, man. It's like for me that doesn't happen because Vodnik duplicate 30k'd yesterday in my my Carrack, and
But it doesn't
was fine.
always
It never-
happen. That's the thing. Like sometimes it happens and then it duplicates like 3 times. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you
Yeah.
joining line or no? You still working?
No,
on
I'm getting ready to cut into my desk here in a minute. I just went and got
Oh,
some
no.
power tools. I'm
Okay,
just
I'm
trying
gonna
to.
launch guys then.
I'm debating on how I want to cut this. Well, one, I know how to cut it. I mean, I'm just making. I just keep scooting around in my chair around my desk because now there's no fine adjustment. So once I cut it in there and I put that
Gotta make sure your measurements are right. It's just where you want to be.
yeah, it's because I'm not going to be able to move the controller no more. So I just want to make sure it's in the right spot before I do it.
Heard you there, rubbish. Okay, I launched for sure. And I'll be right back.
So
Yeah, we're loading.
dun, dun.
Oh, soon I'll have my second flight stick. I'll be back to joysticks again.
Oh man. Dual sticks, man. This whole virus stuff, man, has got a lot of issues with people, you know, ordering sticks and stuff, man. 'Cause that stuff is
I had 2 sticks before, and then my second stick decided to back in. So I've been stuck HOTAS, and I hate it.
really.
Great. It's great for cruising, but it's absolutely terrible for combat.
Yeah. I think you got to do the whole HOTAS to have the same advantages as the.
I've got a plan. I've got an already set up plan to do both HOTAS and dual stickers at the same time.
Oh, okay. So you're doing dual stick and throttle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So well, I mean, because my rudders, I use my rudders kind of like the same as as a dual stick because I pretty much just use the yaw and strafe up and down on my rudders and pedals.
Yeah, I've got similar, but mine's roll instead of your.
Yeah, I can't. See, mine is because I'm so used to the flight sims, I cannot unlearn the roll being on my stick. You know, I just can't do it. I know, you know, even the twist, the yaw, the twist, I can kind of, you know, because even on the twist, I was using when I was using the twist, I disabled the twist on the sticks now, but yeah, I would put the twist, the yaw on the twist.
What I'd probably do is set up a button to switch between roll and yaw, because there is an input that does that, and probably change it for atmospheric flight. And space
Yeah.
flight will be different.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Where is my pencil?
Because I'm I'm okay with the space fight.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, for combat, I would say for sure if you're just doing HOTAS, no rudders,
Yeah.
then the dual sticks is for sure
Oh,
better. You have way more control with dual sticks and on combat. Now, when you're doing, when you're just, when you're just doing, when you're just flying, cruising, and stuff like that, I would say the HOTAS is better than the dual sticks because you have more control.
It's a lot easier for the cruising and stuff as well as like trading, traveling and stuff. HOTAS.
Right. Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Right, I've got to jump off for a bit. I'll catch you later on.
All right, brother.
Jump on and get something done.
Yep.
All right, catch you
We'll
later.
catch you around, man. Good luck.
Cheers.
He did say he was doing some Star Wars flight stuff, right?
Yeah, I think it was him that said that he was doing it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah,
Pretty sure
he's lucky boy going to be testing out the new game, which looks impressive. I can't wait to try it out myself.
Oh, he's doing the testing for it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's not out till like September, October.
Yeah. I had heard about it and stuff. It's pretty much just an FPS game, right? It's not a I don't think it's a sandbox. I've heard about it. I don't know much about it, but
Yeah, no, it's Did you ever play the Battlefront 2?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you
What?
play
I'm
the-
getting forced to this area again. Hey, what's up, guys?
You
I'm
played,
back.
you played the space. You played the space.
Oh,
version.
7.
The Jedi stuff or this? No, did I Star Wars? Yeah. When it first came out, the Star Wars Jedi thing, whatever. That's the one, Battlefront Star Wars or whatever.
Are you thinking of Jedi Fallen Order?
It's like the battle. It was the Battlefield. When it's more like Battlefield, but it was in the Jedi version with Jedi ships and shit like that. But
It was called Star Wars Battlefront.
yeah. Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, you played. It was the second one. You played the second one.
All right. Yeah, I can't remember, man. It was so long ago when it first came out, and I only played it for a little bit. It was just too much like the other one.
There was the one in 2015, which was the first one.
Yeah,
And then,
that's the one I played, I think.
Yeah, I played the first
Is
one.
that-
The second one, I played a bit, and then I stopped playing.
Yeah, because I had played the crap out of
But
Battlefront.
the first one I played at PS4, I think it was.
Yeah.
And the second one I played on
I-
PC then.
Yeah, I never played the first one, but I got the second one for free with signed up to the EA thing, which
It's
is
not
pay once a
that
year,
bad,
play every
but
game.
it's We played
Yeah.
it a lot.
It's a hell of a lot better now than I say than it was when it released.
Mm.
Yeah, I should maybe reinstall it.
I definitely recommend it. But, yeah, no. In the second one, there's an entire like space fighter section instead of just like atmospheric fighting, which was in the 2015 version. And this
Right.
is sort of like taking that basis and taking it up to like the next level, more complex and stuff.
Mm.
But it's a single player story and then like 5v5 multiplayer game modes.
Oh, okay. Sounds cool.
The whole idea is that it's got a higher skill level,
Yeah.
customization and abilities, and utilizing the best sort of stuff, as well as the ability to like in this game like control your shield direction and stuff. Just switching power to like engines or weapons.
Yep. Where's my square? Mhm. Oh, that couldn't have been straight.
Looking for a good time? Be sure to visit Wally's Bar and Promenade. Only a quick ride on the metro. The Empire Station of cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets creativity.
I guess I can just make a bracket.
From all of us at Microtech, welcome to the Devaluation 7 report.
Huh.
Tired of travel? Why not rest and visit them? Newly renovated information. Located downtown, luxurious Empire grounds.
So, Matern, what are you guys doing now?
Probably, yeah. I mean, G30K, and I anyway have a client call now in 5 minutes, so I have to end the stream.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna be on in like an hour again, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
And you want any ship before I leave, Ravished?
Now I'm good.
And you have to give me my sniper line. My sniper in brackets.
Your sniper. Your sniper and what? What did you try to give me?
I gave
What
you the
did you give me?
sniper yesterday, remember? You should have 2 arrowheads now, executed.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have 2 now. I have my original one back, and then I have my original one.
Hey, that doesn't work like that, and I gave it to you to get it back. I lost already my consti and stuff, man. That was hard enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. When you come back on a little bit later here, we'll do it. Like I said, I'm about to just cut into my desk here in a second.
Yeah, you should be done in 1 hour, right?
Yeah, I gotta cut into the desk, and then I just gotta go in the garage and make a bracket to hold the base underneath the desk, and then should be good. But now I'm going
And
to
wiring? You wanna make like a hole in the case, or what?
well, it'll be underneath. The wire will be underneath. It'll
I
run
should
underneath
just,
anyway. So yeah. So
you
that's
don't
not a.
completely enclose it. You like just.
Yeah, I want to. Right now, I'm just gonna make the I'm gonna cut the hole, and then I'm just gonna make a bracket to
Okay.
hold the base up, the stand and everything, because it should be, in theory, it should be pretty good. If not, I'll have to make the whole plate, because I was just gonna make a whole box for the bottom bracket to stand on, but we'll see. You know, may have to recalibrate the controller when I get done, because I'm about to disconnect it. It should be fine. Should be fine. Nah, let's see.
So they didn't dupe this time. So I really don't understand how they dupe. Maybe when other people crashed them. But I don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I heard they get completely rid of the dupes in 3.10, right?
You said they completely? I don't know, man. I mean,
I haven't heard.
I haven't
at all.
heard anything.
I think
Yeah, I
they-
haven't heard much about the dupes.
I think they're planning to like reset the
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell you how the dupes really, come about, besides, crashes, and it's at one point it's not able to spawn your ship, but then it does, so
I
it's
thought they
like,
put that in as security, so you at least always can spawn your ship, even though it's sometimes unavailable. You know, when they bug out in bed
Right.
stack and stuff like that.
yeah.
That's the cool thing about my character. He said I don't have bug shipped in bed stack and Lathan anymore. I
Yep.
think even in Voila,
I had that
one.
happen.
They were full with Laren, eh?
Yeah, that is quite painful. Man. Get it. Moment. Okay, for a minute.
Alright guys, as usual, thanks for watching the live stream, and I'll see you in an hour or so. Have a good one. 7.